What's up, y'all? Cheers. Cocky Cousin Jay here. And we're back with another Rant review. Another Rant review. This is WCW NWO Thunder for the PlayStation 1. And we're going to go through and rank the rants from best to worst, and that'll all be determined by how much I laugh, how much they were good. Most of them won't be; they'll be pretty cringe. But we're gonna go through them and give my opinion on them. So, starting again with the Hulkster, dude. Brother, dude. Hollywood Hogan. You know, his biggest accolades were being in this masterpiece along with WCW trademark Nitro for the PlayStation 1 and N64, and of course, Suburban Commando. I was frozen today.
You know, I tricked you before, I'm gonna trick you again, but this time, the torture is gonna last longer on the Hollywood Walk of Shame.
I don't really remember if there's multiple rants at all in this, so we'll click them a few times. No. I'm not gonna make y'all suffer, but if I notice a different movement in one of them, I'll listen. Because I don't know if there's multiple in this. You know, he tricked you before and he tricked you again into making you think he was a great wrestler. No, I don't hate Hulk as much as everyone else does now. It's almost trendy to hate Hulk Hogan. He didn't give a fuck though in the last one. You know, in WCW Nitro, he at least put on the show. That was boring. Tricked you before, he tricked you again, you know. But he was doing the Hulk voice. That's a 3. Lame. But Hulk still jacked. Still the Hulkster. And Hollywood Hogan, my favorite Hogan, personally. Next, Bret the Hitman Hart. Love Bret Hart. Never a great promo. I can't even recall ever seeing the rant, actually. I'm sure I have as a kid, but don't remember it at all. So let's see what Bret has to say.
So you want to step in the ring with the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Step in the ring with the greatest technical wrestler in the history of the WCW. So you...
Just seeing if there's a second one. Not trying to make you go crazy. That's a pretty good one, honestly. That was pretty good. I mean, was it boring? A little, but, you know, he's, you know, Bret, arguably the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And, I mean... yeah, it was pretty good for what this was, honestly. I kind of liked it. If I was a kid, I probably would have been like, fuck yeah, let's go. I'll give that a 6, just above average. He was trying, you know. And why should he's Bret Hart. Great. I mean, he's great. Period. Love him or hate him, you can't deny his in-ring prowess. And, can never take that away. The Stinger, Wolfpack Sting. Fucking loved Wolfpack Sting as a kid. Arguably my favorite Sting when I look back. Was it his best work? No. But, man, that red paint was so dope. Love Sting. Let's see what he has to say.
This is the Stinger, and I'm in the mood for handing out more than just one Stinger death drop.
It's a 1. Love you, Sting. Didn't give a fuck. Probably at one of his lowest points in his personal life. Don't quite remember. You know, I'm not as crazy as some fans some marks. Again, I hate using wrestling lingo. I'm a fan. Not as crazy as some fans. I was when I was younger, but I can tell Sting's on something here.
This is the Stinger, and I'm in the mood for handing out more than just one Stinger death drop.
Man, that was like getting a mirror image of Jeff Hardy from that TNA pay-per-view where Sting had to fucking pin him because Jeff was so fucked up.
This is the Stinger, and I'm in the mood for handing out.
Telling me Sting's not fucked up there? Sting's out of it. He's gone. That's a 1. That was abysmal. Sorry, Stinger. Love you, but you did not give a fuck. It isn't even funny. It's almost kind of sad to watch. It's kind of funny, actually. I'll give it a 2 because he's just so fucked up. He wasn't hurting anyone doing it. He's just... Whew. Oh, Sting. Luger. Jacked in this too, man. Sure, he's not going to mention at all how in shape he is.
I'm Lex Luger, they call me the total package. You know why? I'm the finest physical specimen on the planet Earth today. You got the guts to take me on?
Didn't mention himself at all there. Didn't mention how in shape he was at all. What the fuck did he say in the beginning of that?
I'm Lex Luger, they call me the total package.
He's Lex Luger. They call him the total package. It more so sounded like... But, you know, I mean... I think he said he's Lex Luger and he's the total package. But if someone said no, he said instead, I wouldn't say they were wrong.
I'm Lex Luger, they call me the total package. You know why? I'm the finest physical specimen on the planet Earth today. You got the guts to take me on?
Then or now? No, I'm not even going to make that joke. Lex Luger, good athlete, not the greatest wrestler in the world, but I do like Lex. I liked him. I didn't like him as a kid, but I like him now, and, you know. Yeah, I didn't like him at all, actually, when I was a kid, but, I like him now. I think he's actually pretty underrated, and, you know, he's a beast. But that was boring as fuck. We'll give that a 3. That was boring. These aren't as good as the WCW Nitro PlayStation 1. Oh, I'm sorry. WCW trademark. Nitro PlayStation 1 rants. But what does it say there? Circle is what's hold on. Where my finger is, where the circle is. Wait a minute. Ally. Oh, that says that's square for ally. Dude, I haven't played this in so. Oh, you can change his ally, his faction, his teammates. That's cool. I never even noticed that before. I haven't played this in so long. Fucking A. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, the Rant sucked. 3. Captain Insano. I'm sure you're not going to sound like a grunty fucking monster at all.
You saw what happened last time. You really think you want some? Come and get some this time. I got something that'll fit your neck perfect.
Yeah, not as in shape as he was in the WCW Nitro PlayStation 1 rank. Getting a little big there. I have no room to talk him. I guess I do, because I'm fucking fat and out of shape and an alcoholic. But, you know, that was boring as fuck. Fits your neck perfect. What would have fit this ramp perfect was a little bit of, you know, effort. Big Show, giant. Again, you know, 3. Bret's got the best. I think I gave Bret a 6. And that's the best so far. Kind of disappointing. Another 3, because, you know, it's not good, so I can't give it a 5. And, you know, don't want to give it a 4, because it doesn't deserve a 4. Does it deserve a 2? Debatable. Boring. Next. DDP had such a great one in WCW Nitro. Let's see what you got. Give me something. Show me something here.
Yo, monkey boy, listen. If you ain't all jacked up, then hit the bricks and pick some other loser. But if you are jacked and you are ready to let someone feel the bang, then pick me. It's not like there's a choice anyway.
It was good. He made the same reference in the last game as in the last game, and, you know, he did his cool taunt. Like it. 7. Not as funny, but he's getting a payday. Gotta love DDP. Gotta love him. Raven. How cool was Raven? Let's see the rant.
Pick me, pick somebody else, do whatever you want. Leave me alone. Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
It's about what I would expect from Raven from this era, this time period. You know what? I'll give that a 6. That was cool. He did the Raven thing, but the mystique around Raven back in the day from some older folks like me is what was so cool. Yeah, I give it a 5 actually, because knowing that he had to do that for a video game just, you know, takes away kind of some of the mystique. Give it a 5 because I like Raven, but I mean, you know, he was probably like, this is killing me to do this right now. He didn't give a fuck. 5, Perry Saturn. Well, since there's not going to be Moppy, I mean, he's a great wrestler. Perry Saturn was fantastic to watch, but no Moppy, so it's not going to be funny. And, you know, got to take him serious here, so he had some great matches in WCW. I'll give him that. And ECW also, and of course WWF, but what does he have to say here?
What are you looking at? Are you gonna pick me or not? Because we all know I can wrestle rings around the competition.
Four. Don't even know it's 4. 4. I wish when I selected Circle it just showed that scene where him and Psycho Sid were beating up the old dude and Ready to Rumble. I would have given it a higher score. It would have been funnier. 4. Jericho. A lot of people love him. I was never a big fan as a kid, not a big fan now. Can't take away what he's done. Some of his matches are great. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler at all, just never been a big Jericho guy. And, wow, they could have got a much better image than that. But, he's a man of 1,001 holds. The vocalist of, Frizzy or whatever the fuck that band is now. I know, it's Fozzy. Relax. AEW alum. Alright. Take it away.
If you're a true Jerichoholic and you pick me, I promise you'll never, ever lose this game again.
Pretty good, actually. We'll give that a 6. I'm not a Jerichoholic. Sorry, Y2J. But that was pretty good. You gotta like the ever, but I actually didn't as a kid. We'll give it a 5. Sorry, Jericho. Lame. Scott Steiner. Fucking freak. Gross. He's one of those, like, gross. How juiced and jacked he was. Yeah, it was pretty crazy to see. I don't remember this rant. I'm kind of excited. It's not gonna be no Steiner math, but let's see what he has to say.
Big Papa Pump, you step around me, you'll find out the man with the largest arms in the world does whatever he wants. You'll find out why they call me the superstar.
Lame. Boring. I give him a little bit more than I would based on the fact that he was slurring his words like he always does in his promos. But lame. 4. Sorry, Scott. Rick, love you, Rick. Underrated. You don't like Rick Steiner? If you shit on Rick Steiner, then you haven't watched many Rick Steiner matches. Was excellent. Was excellent. Some of the tag team matches he had back in the day, even with people like Sting, man, they were great. He's a cool, great athlete. Big dude. He isn't as jacked as some of them, but he's just big. He's a brick shit house. 5'11", still a monster. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm Rick Steiner, the dog-faced gremlin. Pick me, because when I get in the ring, I'm gonna bite, kick, and scratch, and nobody gets up from the bulldog.
Best one so far. Cringy? Yes. Best one? Hilarious. Come on, man. You show him that video, he probably won't even remember this game existing or doing it, but he would probably laugh. That's an 8. Solid 8. Fucking hilarious. Cringe, but good. Macho! Shit. Rest in peace, Mach. Let's see what you have to say.
Oh, yeah, I'm the Macho Man Randy Savage. Don't make a big mistake. Get with the madness. That's what you want to do. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Good stuff. I don't think it was as good as his WCW Nitro PlayStation 1 rant, personally. Because he didn't mention beating people 1, 2, 3, or hurting them real bad. But it was pretty good. Did the Mach thing. Give it a 6. Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Another. Rest in peace, Kurt. Rest in peace. I would say his WCW stuff wasn't nearly as good as his WWF stuff, in my opinion. Lackluster, truthfully. But he was one of those guys that anyone you put him in the ring with could elevate him, and he could still make himself look like $1 million. Rest in peace. Let's hear your rant. I'm sure it won't be cringy at all.
There can't be any doubt in anybody's mind that I'm the man to pick. Not only because I'm in the NWO, because I'm Curt Hennig, and nobody beats Curt Hennig. Nobody.
Lame. It's Curt Hennig, so he kind of is talking with some balls. We'll give it a 4. Scott Hall. Looks like he has no bottom jaw there, almost. Jesus Christ. Alright, Scott, another one. Another one. Rest in peace, bad guy. What do you have to say? We're gonna flick another toothpick? Gonna flick another toothpick, are you, Scott?
You selected Scott Hall? Big trouble for you. I'm gonna rough you up, you little punk. I'm gonna rub your face in the mat, and when it's time, boom.
Why would I pick you if you're gonna threaten me? Not nearly as good. No toothpick flick. 4. Sorry, Scott. Don't want my face rubbed in the mat. These ones suck compared to the last ones, and we have double them. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Gotta do another 15 of these? Shit. Nash. Gonna give probably 0 fucks like he did in the last one, but I'm sure it'll be funny.
Hey, wait a second. I know what you're thinking. You want to be me like everybody else. Forget about it. You don't have the mental skills or the dexterity. Go on. Go pick somebody else. Hogan or some. Don't pick me. Move. Go. Go.
It's a 9. That was a good one. Not as good as his last one, because there's no, yeah, I would like to get power by. But, that was still funny. He gave 0. Should I give that a 1? Yes. But he gets a 9, because all these suck, and fuck, you knew this game would suck, so he didn't care. But it was good, and I just like the... Next. Old fucking Goldberg. What can you say about Goldberg that hasn't already been said? Ended Bret Hart's career. Almost killed The Undertaker. Jericho beat him up. Played for the Atlanta Falcons, I think. And, yeah.
Goldberg here. If you pick me, you'll find out who's next.
One. I don't like my screen being there. I just noticed I'm blocking some of them. Sorry. Let's block. Let's put that right there. So let's block that section off. All right. Next. The rest of the roster, I'm not blocking anyone off. No one. Brian Adams. Chronic, right? Kind of drunk, trying to remember the fuck Brian Adams is. He wasn't in Mortal Kombat Conquest, was he? No, that was the other member of Chronic, right? That was Wrath. I don't fucking remember. You're lame, I'm sorry.
Pick me, or I'll stick your head through the mat, you pencil neck geek!
What?
Pick me, or I'll stick your head through the mat, you pencil neck geek!
Fucking sucked. 1. Daveyboy. Another. Rest in peace. And if I fucking... Even if I don't personally like the wrestler, not even personally, it has nothing to do with personal, truthfully. It just... Even if I wasn't a fan of the wrestler, and any of them have passed away in this video, or the last Rant video, this gets older, may they all rest in peace. All the ones I've shown, which is all of them. All the base roster characters that I've shown, which is all of them. Daveyboy, rest in peace. British Bulldog. Man, did not like what he did in WCW. This is probably gonna suck.
You think you can stand up to the challenge of the British Bulldog, the strongest wrestler in the WCW? Well, come on, step in the ring with me, and I'll take a bite out of you.
2 sucked. Sorry, Davey. Booker T. I actually was just running this game prior. I don't think Booker had the TV title, which is the symbol of that belt around him, but I just played through it with him. I am a fan of Booker. I did watch this one already. This is the one I watched. I did the video prior to this, and it's actually pretty good. Not the most funny, but gotta love Book.
This is Booker T, one of the hottest wrestlers in WCW today. And if you pick me, you'll know you're the best in the business. Now, can you dig it, sucker?
You know why it's good? I'll say this is why it's good. Because all of them, not all, most of them sucked so far. The vast majority that I have played. And he's one of the few who isn't threatening you. He wants you to select him as a character, and he says one of his catchphrases. I mean, I can dig that, sucker. I dig it. I dig it. Seven. That's kind of a biased opinion because I love Book, but 7. Dean Malenko. Well, he's the man of 1,000 holds, and as we discussed last time, I probably said 1 promo or a rant or 0. I mean, fucking, it sucked. And underrated wrestler, and I assume this is gonna be terrible.
You think you got what it takes to go head to head, hold for hold, move for move with the Iceman? Well, come on, give it your best chance. And you too can feel a rap. The Texas Cloverleaf.
Cool finish, Texas Cloverleaf, but doesn't sound super threatening when you're saying it. You have to witness it. 1 sucked. Sorry. Wrath. He was the guy in Mortal Kombat Conquest. My wife and I just watched Conquest all the way through, and I know I saw his juiced ass in there somewhere. Not his ass, specifically. But, I mean, you know, I saw him. Did Wrath pass away? Can't even remember, man. I'm getting old. Alright, let's watch.
Pick the powerhouse of WCW because I'm big, bad, and dangerous to know.
Sucked. 1. Sorry. Should have just shown him tossing Kung Lao around or some... I think it was Kung Lao he was fighting in the show. I don't remember. Mortal Kombat Conquest. Great. It is an awful series. But it was so fun to watch. Gotta watch it, y'all. You're an MK fan? Conquest. Ultimo Dragon. I loved Ultimo Dragon as a kid. And every time I saw any picture of him, he had like 100 belts around him. Man, he was fun to watch. It's such fucking dope as fuck moves. So dope. I can only imagine this rant's gonna suck dick.
I am Ultimo Dragon. 今からゲームやる人よく聞きな。あんたゲームで勝ちたいか？よし、この俺を選んでくれ。絶対に勝つから。
Understood every word he said.
I am Ultimo Dragon.
He is.
今からゲームやる人
Give me your soul.
I am Ultimo Dragon. 今からゲームやる人よく聞きな。
I am Ultimo Dragon. Mother, give me your soul.
I am Ultimo Dragon. 今からゲームやる人よく聞きな。
Yogi the Bear?
I am Ultimo Dragon. 今からゲームやる人よく聞きな。あんたゲーム
Yogi the Altar? Alright, I'm losing it.
I am Ultimo Dragon.
Yes.
今から
Mother, give me your soul. Yogi the Altar? Give me the Sega?
絶対に勝つから。
Yup. 10. Fucking chef's kiss. Billy Kidman. Billy Kidman was dope. Billy Kidman was dope. Shooting Star Press, dope. Looked like that grungy, gothy fucking dude. I mean, you had to love Kidman if you were a fan of wrestling around this time. Was not a fan of his stuff with Hulk, though. Man. Hulk tried to elevate him, and I think it backfired because some of it wasn't that bad actually. But yeah, gotta love Kidman though.
Hey, I could care less if you pick me or not. But if you want to win, there's only one move that you need, and that's the 7-year itch.
Kind of taking the mystique away from him a little bit here. Lame, too. Disciple. I haven't watched this in a long time. And I'm already giving it a 1.
When you step into the ring with me, you are gonna find out what it's like when I put the apocalypse and drop you. When you step into the ring with me, you are gonna find out what it's like when I put the apocalypse and drop you.
Wow. Surpassed my expectations. 6. Hilarious. Sucked. It was bad, but it was funny. Das Wunderkind. Alex Wright. High expectations from what we saw in WCW Nitro on PlayStation. What you got, Alex?
Hey, man.
He did it again.
Hey, man. Here's Alex Wright, the German. If you want to know what the Germans are about, pick me, and you're gonna have a hell of a victory. I promise.
A wintry? What was that?
Here's Alex Wright, the German. If you want to know what the Germans are about, pick me, and you're gonna have a hell of a victory. I promise.
Well, fucking, I promise to give you only high ratings in Rant videos, Alex, because that was another 10. The fucking... What can you say? But, we're gonna have a hell of a wintry, and, that turn gets me every time. Love you, Alex. Canyon, rest in peace. Again, if I'm missing anyone in this, fuck, dude, I haven't seen some of these faces in a while. Paying attention, watching some matches. I've probably seen them in a match here or there. Every one of these wrestlers. But, you know, I'm not as fanatical as some people. I can't tell you their mother's maiden names and their date of birth and where they were born. When I was a kid, I could have told you my favorites, but, you know, those are the people I liked, man. I loved the Stinger as a kid. Don't remember all the shit I knew about the Sting. Loved Harlem Heat. Can't tell you that shit, right? Fucking, I mean, come on. Canyon, though. Canyon was a fantastic wrestler. Underrated as hell. You know, that Dark Side of the Ring episode was hard to watch. With Canyon, personally. Some of his struggles, you know, and what he went through being who he was. No, I'm not gonna discuss all that right now because that's not what I'm about. But great wrestler, awesome matches. He was the only part about the stalker gimmick of DDP and WWF that I liked because, you know, who better than Canyon? And I'll say this. His lisp, I don't think it held him back like some people. It's iconic. It's Canyon. You hear him, you knew it was Canyon. He is jacked, too, man. He's a big dude. Let's hear what he has to say.
The innovator of offense, Canyon, is calling you out. Pick me so your opponent will be flatlined.
He is the innovator of offense. He said cooler stuff than most. These rants mostly have sucked. That's a 5. Buff Bagwell. Hated him when I was a kid. Like him more now for some reason. And, you know, his shortcomings, you know, we've all heard about, but, I mean, People have their demons, man. You know, everyone has a vice, but I mean, when a vice becomes more than, you know, something you rely on and something you need, that's when it's a problem. And he's not the only one in this life. So many. And most people, again, they say they're humble. They're not. They don't. They're not fucking humble. Most people are full of themselves. And you'd say, well, Buff was full of himself. That was his character. And I think he lives it. And I mean, he looks like $1,000,000. He had some cool moves. He was actually a pretty decent wrestler. He had some shitty matches, for sure. There are bad ones, but there are good ones. So stop saying he's the... everyone shits on him. He's not bad. Buff was pretty cool. Come on. Buff is the stuff, and you can't probably get a good rant. But let's see.
I'm buff, I'm tough, I'm the stuff, and if you don't pick me, well, I guess you're just not enough.
There you go. That was the best one so far, in my opinion. Buff had the best one. That was a 10. It was funny. He did his gimmick, and it worked perfectly for this. That's what every wrestler should have done. Not threatening you, not blah, blah, blah. That's... You need a gimmick in this era. You need a little bit of a gimmick. And that's why, you know, Booker, even in this, not as good as others, but, you know, he did his gimmick. That's why I like certain wrestlers, you know, they do their gimmick. That's why it's cool. Canyon wasn't great, but, you know, he was a little perfect. That was actually a pretty good one, and it was kind of funny.
I'm buff, I'm tough, I'm the stuff, and if you don't pick me, well, I guess you're just not enough.
That's it too, man. I mean, the older I get, I actually kind of like Bagwell. And regardless of what anyone says, I don't think a 6'3" man who's 250 pounds, who's jacked, would call his mother to tell them he wouldn't be somewhere. I mean, he gets the mother thing a lot, but I don't know. You believe everything in wrestling? No, probably most of it you should. But if it did happen, that would be pretty embarrassing. But I like Buff. Sorry, my opinion. Like him. Best one so far, 10. My opinion. I'm giving it a little higher score because most of these suck, but like them. Would still get a high score from the previous game, WCW Nitro. Rest in peace, Piper. Rest in peace. This has to be good. It's Roddy Piper. Fuck.
Pick me! What's wrong with you? I heard Nash. Nash said don't pick me. Fine, because I can smash Nash. Pick Hogan? Put him to sleep 3 times. Pick me. You know why? Because everybody's got to pay the piper.
Everyone's got to pay the piper, and everyone's got to give him respect. That out of most of these that are fucking complete and abysmal fucking dog shit, just abortions, that was the best one. That took the best one. Buff, loved what you did for it, but that was the best. That's a 10. That's a 10. We'll give Buff a 9.5 just to make sure you know. I don't even have to watch these last 3 and tell you that's a 10. Conan may be pretty good. Jim the Anvil Neidhart probably not so much, but we're going to watch. Yep, like I said, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Great tag team wrestler, truthfully. Pretty underrated in that. I think he gets shit on a little more than he deserves. This is probably going to suck, though.
Hey! You gotta pick the Anvil, baby! Because there's no way anybody is gonna beat an Anvil! You ever see an Anvil drop on someone's head? Oh!
Oh, dude, I take back everything I said. You can slap me if you want, Jim. Fuck. That was great. That was an 8. That was funny. That was good. Take it back. Great. 8. Conan. I liked Conan as a kid. And I've had my, Conan's kind of annoying, blah, 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 but, I mean, his podcast, you know, he'll call a spade, whether you like it or not, and you kind of gotta respect Conan. Gotta respect him for what he's done. man, he was jacked too. And he did have a cool gimmick. He was an innovator in a lot. I like Conan. And this one has to be pretty good.
Orale, arriba la raza. I'm Bowdy and Rowdy. Black and red Wolfpack represented by the KONNAN. Yo soy el campeón mexicano. Yo soy el campeón de todos los latinos.
Knew exactly what he said at the end there. You don't believe me? You shouldn't. But it's pretty good. Better than pretty good. That was an 8. That was another 8. Yeah, 7 actually, because I don't know what the fuck he was saying there. Maybe if I knew, I would give it a higher score, but this Conan, man. Let him speak his native tongue, man. Let him do what he does. I can't take that away from him. I'll still fucking have fun listening to it, man. It's Conan's character. You know, it's not his character. That's Conan. It's not a character with Conan. You know, maybe turned up to 11, but it's Conan. Can't diss it. 7. Liked it. Scott Norton.
You want to take him down? Well, let's take him down. 1, 2, 3. It's my game. This is where I live. This ring is my square circle. I live there, I fight there, and I survive there. You want him? I got him. Let's beat him.
Jesus Christ. Is that the longest rant? I'm not sure. It was boring. 2. Said words. I respect that. Not really, but you gave it your all. And your all was a 2. And that's every main roster character. Oh! Oh, I unlocked Miss Elizabeth. And there's no rank for Miss Elizabeth. Because again, I played this game through with King Booker. But, yeah, that was every main roster character. They're the only ones with rants. Not as good as the last game, you know. It's not the, quantity over quality is, you know, I disagree with that. Quality matters a lot. And, most of these wrestlers didn't give a fuck about these rants. And this video is roughly the same length as the last one, but I got to go in more depth, tried to make it a little quicker for y'all since there was almost double, if not more than the last game. And yeah, I mean, all I gotta say is there were some funny ones, mostly all sucked. But I gotta tell you, man, I want to watch this again because I want to know what Sting was on during this.
This is the Stinger, and I'm in the mood for handing out more than just one Stinger death drop.
That was a Scorpion death drop. Isn't it the Scorpion death drop? Or am I just stupid? Am I fucking, you know... My God. You know, this kid, I wouldn't even have noticed. But I watched this and, you know, what you held so dear to yourself when you were younger, you know, this game, WCW Nitro, you know, its predecessor. Sorry, I was just getting some from the wife. Sorry about that. Yeah. Its predecessor, don't even remember what the fuck I was saying. Kinda drunk, y'all. These mostly sucked ass farts. Yeah, they sucked. And, seeing a childhood icon, no pun intended, like the Stinger in this, you know, makes me, kind of sad. And I'm sure he wasn't the only one fucked up in these, but I mean... What do I take away from this? Nowhere near as good. And that's my WCW NWO Thunder review, everybody, for the rants. I'm like the Dave Portnoy of
Pick me, pick somebody else, do whatever you want, leave me alone. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
What he said.